got a new album out, so that's pretty cool. I Need a Job.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into it, I think I saw that you dedicated the album to a guy named Tommy Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I found a couple of his records in my collection.
Yeah, Human was a big gold record for him back in the 60s, I guess, somewhere.
Yep. He used to be in the Flamingos, wasn't he?
He was one of the lead singers. One of them was a guy by the name of Nate Nelson.
Right.
And the other one was Tommy.
Right.
I think Tommy is singing I Only Have Eyes for You, and another one, the vocals are split up.
Right.
Yeah.
So why did you dedicate the album to him?
Because he was super cool with me. And as far as I'm concerned, I know for a fact I did not keep my part of the deal, regardless of what my reasons were.
Okay.
I did not keep my part of the deal. And I felt sorry. It's all right, baby. Yeah. I guess I felt guilty, even though I've gotten it straight. It was about money.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
So it was, monies that I had promised, and I couldn't come through. I thought I could, but I couldn't.
There you go.
So
this is a bit of a payback then, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I know that you started recording back in the 50s when the Flamingos were doing their thing and all those doo-wop bands. Were you a fan of that stuff? Were you listening to a lot of that music back then? You were a teenager, right?
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah. Especially, I don't know, the Flamingos used to almost put me to sleep, but have you listened to much of their stuff?
Oh, a lot of it. Yeah.
I was crazy about, what's his name, out of Chicago?
Maurice Williams.
Stay in My Corner.
The Dells.
Yeah. Chuck
Barksdale.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's anyway.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, I know. I was going to shave for you this morning, but
it's looking good.
Didn't get around to it.
That's all right. So
I've had mouth surgery. I got this whole side of my face feels like I've had. Well, feels like what I really had.
Right.
They put the teeth in. I didn't know that that the dentist used something that looked like a hammer.
Right.
And beats them into your gums.
Man.
I said, damn, I didn't know that.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. It's not good.
So has that affected your singing, and does that have anything to do with your use of the auto tune?
No. Thank God. I see. I didn't start off with a fabulous voice, which was great.
Yep.
It gave me somewhere to go.
Yep.
If I could get there. So, no, it don't affect that. It just pains. It's just pain, and that's all.
All right. Well, hopefully it'll
not
subside.
big time.
Right.
Nothing for me to cry about.
No. Well, that's all right. So the album itself, it just came out a couple of weeks ago. What's the reaction been so far?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. We the numbers. Hell, I forgot the numbers, but I think it was 276,000 streams.
That's all right.
Just people coming there just to listen. And we'll know this week what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may be able to buy some auto tune eventually if it keeps up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I can sound right. I ain't gonna never sound but so right. You got people that really like my voice, and I like them because they do.
Right.
People hear that I've got some songs I sing, and people cry.
Yep.
Now, of course, that might not be a good sign. That might be a bad.
If they stay in a room, it's all right. If in the room, it's good.
Yeah. If they start crying and leave,
then you got a problem. So the records. When did you record this record? Was it during the pandemic? Before it? After it? What kind of circumstances?
A little before the pandemic.
Yep.
And it's about a year old.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about a year old. Yeah. Yeah.
And did you have all the songs written before you went in, or did you kind of do it on the fly, or how did it work?
No, I usually start my sessions with, I go through all of my material and then pick out a couple of things that I want to do. And sometimes I'll have the concept ready and sometimes I won't. But on this one, I did have something of a concept. I wanted it kind of big. That's what I was shooting for. I wanted a big sound.
Right.
And try to sing it naturally as best I could.
Yeah.
But that was it. It was a big sound.
Yeah. Well, I'd say, because I have some notes on, I was listening to the record, and the one that sounded really big to me was Full-Time Woman. There's the horns. I mean, it's got everything going on.
I got a full-time woman, but she got part-time waiting. And sometimes it makes me wonder what makes me stay.
Yeah. That's the time. Full-time woman, part-time. What is it? Got a full-time woman. She got part-time ways. Yeah.
That's the one?
Full-time. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Was it written about anybody in particular?
No. Most of the time I don't have anybody particular,
Mm-hmm.
And I got a birthday coming up in July, and that's gonna knock down a whole lot of my particular.
What date in July?
July 12th.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. When is yours?
July 26th.
Oh, okay. You're Leo.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah. Just barely, just squeezing in. So where did you record the album? Was everybody in the same room together? Was it kind of a traditional setup?
It was in my studio. I have studio. Matter of fact, I got two studios in my house. I got the this regular studio, and then we got the video studio with all our lights and everything, and so we do our own video shoots.
I see you have an animated video for the title track for "I Need a Job." Did you have much to do with making that? It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, my partner, uh, Moog Star,
Yep.
he's experimenting with cartoons.
Yeah.
So everything is a cartoon. You
Gotcha.
know, it could be like it could be putting Christ on the cross. It would be a cartoon, you know. I was really, you had to come up with some more concepts. But no, he's good.
And speaking of Moog Star, doesn't he help with the production, him and Norman Whitfield Jr.?
Norman is more of a go get a deal kind of guy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
He's more on, he's basically on the I don't know, salesman, agent, producer. It's all that. You remember his father, right?
I do indeed. His best work was with the Temptations, man. He did some great records.
Yeah.
Psychedelic
Well,
Shack.
Norman he got a lot of the same talents that his father had,
Right.
but he rather be Barry Gordy, you know. So
Gotcha. I hear you.
So that's the route he's going.
Gotcha.
And he tracks down people and deals and situations that we can get involved in, always have something going. Yeah, and you know, he helps pick out the songs. Once we start on some songs, and he said, "No, man, don't go that way. Try this and all that." So I guess he is a producer also.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Yeah,
Producer can be anything, you know, just as long as he's there.
Really. No.
Gotcha. And you got a couple of friends playing on the record. There's Willie Clayton is on Cheating in the Daylight. Tell me about Willie.
Hey, Swamp, you can always call Willie Clayton. I'll sing with you anytime. Okay? Peace. You're watching your rearview mirror, checking left and right from both sides. Your miscalculated moves ain't smooth. Anybody watching knows you're trying to hide.
Willie is the world's best blues performers and singers.
Uh-huh.
I know that for a fact because he told me. And
It's got to be true.
yeah, ain't no way that it won't be true. No, he's singing his ass off, man. And he's the states and cities that he work in, he draws 1,000 people, 1,500, 2,000 people.
Yep.
And you go someplace else and you ask about Willie Clayton, and they think you talking about a new drink, you know. It's but he's fantastic. He's really great. And yep. I put an album out on him on my label a couple of years back. And he and I had I gotta call him too, because him and I, we were friends because of a mutual friend.
Uh-huh.
And the mutual friend, he passed. And Willie and I don't think we've spoken, but maybe once, maybe twice, I doubt it. Since he passed on, you'll see his name on a lot of my stuff as a writer, Bob Jones.
Okay. All right.
He managed a lot of Willie's business, and he wrote with me a lot. When I wanted to go deep down and dirty,
right?
It's like cheating in the daylight, you know.
Yep.
It's like I said, "Hey man, I want to go deep down," and he said, "I got something and he would throw a couple of titles at me or something. So I like that. Let's develop it. And so, but since he passed, Will and I really haven't had much communication. And he comes out here maybe twice a year. When he does, you can't get in the place. I mean, it's packed.
Right.
But his audience is all those people that came from down in Texas and Arkansas and Mississippi.
Yep.
And they've moved to California.
Right. Yep.
So when he's coming in town, they all are there. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Now,
Well,
speaking,
you haven't played it. Have you played any of his stuff?
no, I don't think I have. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Go on YouTube.
I will. Yeah,
And
that's where I go.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. And speaking of cheating, you got cheating all over again as well with Guitar Shorty. So tell me about Guitar Shorty.
And you know what Guitar Shorty said he'd do? If it was him. And he'll tell you.
Well, right now, Guitar Shorty is in the hospital.
Oh boy. Ooh.
And they trying to let him release him on Monday if they can. Now, Mookstar is over at the hospital with him
All right.
right now. And
Hope he's okay.
no, he's not okay.
He's not okay. Okay.
No, they told us to like expect the worst.
Gotcha.
But they've been running him from hospital to hospice, hospital to hospice.
Yep.
And that hospice thing, that scares me because, when they start that,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Yeah. No, that's a shame.
So he got some things growing around his heart and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh man.
But I still, I'm one of those believers. I just believe that, hey, Christ has done some phenomenal shit. So this is lightweight. He should be. He's feeling better. He's walking around and everything.
Oh, good,
My man
good.
said.
Yep.
And but he's at a place where he really don't supposed to get any visitors. That's weird.
Yeah.
That sounds like one of those vampire movies, with, Boris Karloff or something. You can't come in. He's resting. So yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what this-
might be COVID might have something to do with it, keeping it isolated and all that stuff. Who knows? Or
Yeah,
it could be
yeah.
it could be a vampire thing.
Yeah, they letting Mookstar in. Mookstar goes over and
All right.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I see you got a Joe Tex cover on the record. You do a version of "Show Me." How'd that happen?
Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman. Show me a man that's got a good woman.
Well, always been a big Joe Tex fan,
Right.
and I wanted to do something let's put it like this. I've got a lot of artists that I grew up with, and love until today.
Yep.
And Joe Tex is one of them.
Did you know him?
Huh?
Did you know him? Was he a
No,
friend? No, didn't know him.
no, no, no. I feel like I knew him, and he feels like a friend because I can put his records on, man, and just groove.
Yep.
And I love what he did with his rhythms. I mean, he did some weird stuff, but it was great. So yeah, Show Me was one of his songs that's one of my favorites. Just about 98% of his stuff is my favorite. It's he's I don't know, he's great. He was
Yep.
great.
Yep.
And I don't know, he died pretty young, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he put out some good records. I Gotcha was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I gotcha. Thought I won't do it, but I gotcha. Yeah. It's he had that personality. He was like a Walt Disney R&B character.
Right.
You know, it's like I could see that little skunk walking up. What was his name? Pierre.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew, and grabbing that girl and say, I got you. Thought it wasn't good, but I got you. See, yeah, Pepe Le Pew. Some love it.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did Show Me. It's not. It's not one of my very favorite ones that's on the album,
Right.
only because I got the Joe Tex one in my head,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
I didn't bring to the table what Joe Tex brought to the table when he did it. But I tried. I did a pretty good rendition.
I think so.
And,
Yeah. Joe would be proud.
Yeah. So that's the other thing too. I don't do other people's songs unless I think I can do them as well and sometimes better, or give it additional life in another area.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I covered all of that with the Joe Tex, but I did it the best I could.
Yep.
As a tribute to him. It was a thank you, for all of the great records that he recorded.
Yeah. They're fantastic. So are you thinking about what you're going to do next, or are you kind of just chilling on this one? You are?
Yeah.
What are you going to do next?
I was looking here on my desk. I had it written down. I guess the next thing to do is to find my stuff. But anyway, yeah, getting ready to do a Bluegrass album.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And so far, I'm going to do, the album's going to consist of about 12 songs, and I'm going to do like 6 or 7 duets.
With whom?
And I'm going to do like 4 or 5 songs.
Right.
Solo.
Yep.
I got I was so sorry that John Prine passed, because
that would be awesome, man. He'd be in a heartbeat, man.
Shit, things happen though.
Yeah.
So so far we've got tentative okays. We're supposed to start recording, I think, April 1st.
Right. Yeah, that's not far away. Next
You
month.
ain't lying. Yeah. So I got Margot Price,
Nice.
and as a matter of fact, she's singing on "Sorry You Couldn't Make It"
Oh,
album.
okay.
She's doing some background on it. So Margot Price, Marty Stewart,
Right.
I think Paul Simon.
Oh, geez.
Oh boy,
it sounds awesome.
yeah, we got some
So
got some good
are you
people.
writing bluegrass songs? Or are you going to do old traditional ones, or what's the plan?
Well, I might throw a traditional one in there. That's if we can do it to the satisfaction of everybody who's involved with the song.
Yeah.
Because you start going in other people's genres.
Yep.
You don't go half-ass. If you can't go all the way, you better leave it alone.
You just got to find a good
And,
fiddle player, and you're all set to go.
Yeah, we got matter of fact, I think we got one, and at least I've been told we got one. I'm not producing this album either.
Okay.
I'm trying to let other people be hands-on.
Right.
And because there's a couple of things on Sorry You Couldn't Make It that I wouldn't have done. But I took myself out of the producer's chair and let the producer produce.
There you go.
And I like what he came up with.
Yeah.
I was thinking ahead of him, and I hate that. I hate artists who do that. I have them do me like that all the time. I said, no, I don't think we're going. Yeah, we need to go to my. Oh God, But so I just get out of the way and do. And they said, well, sing it again. And I've been saying to myself, I sung it all right, but okay.
It's never enough.
Right. But the producer cannot do a good job if I keep jumping in the way.
There you go. So you're going to squeeze keep a little auto tune in the bluegrass?
I don't know because again, I'm not producing it.
I got you.
And that's a funny audience.
Yeah.
That's about the whitest audience we got in the United States.
Yep.
You don't find a bunch of black.
Nope. I've talked to quite a few bluegrass bands, and I'm pretty sure every one of them has been white.
Right. And so with my band, when we go out,
yeah,
and mainly because the musicians that I've run into all through my life, they laugh at bluegrass.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't think it's nothing to laugh about. It's some great music.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yep.
So, and I'm from Virginia, and I was
not
West Virginia, but I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia, and I was raised up on it. I heard a lot of it.
Yep.
And I like it. I want to do it. I'm trying to get I want a certain amount of repertoire. Hope I'm using that right. If I'm not, correct me. Out in the public, available to the public.
Right.
Before I pass on to that big record store in the sky. Wait a minute, they closed the record store in the sky, didn't they?
Coming back now, don't worry.
So, yeah, I'm I'm trying. There's a lot of stuff. I got songs that I wrote, man, when in 19 whatever. I mean, from 1954. You know,
Right, right.
matter of fact, I got one of those on the album that we dropped called was it Swamp Dogg's Greatest Hits or something like that. Anyway, it was all the 45s
Right.
that I did, starting from 1954.
Man.
And
And did you think you're going to be still doing it in 2022 back in 54?
I didn't, yeah, because I've never wanted to do anything else.
Yeah.
I tried college. That didn't work for me at all. I just wanted to be involved in the music
Right.
all my life. So I was hoping to be around.
Yeah. And here you are.
Yeah.
There
And I
you go.
take care of myself.
Yep.
I
Yep.
really take care of myself. I'm borderline hypochondriac, but
Yeah.
I take care.
So birthday coming up in July. It's going to be a big one. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And a bluegrass album on top of it.
Yeah. If we haven't finished,
Yep.
I'm trying to make a deal for it now. We got a couple things that looks pretty good. Steve Greenberg over at S Curve Records.
Uh-huh.
I like working with him. I've worked with him a couple of times in my life, and he's a good guy, and he likes Swamp Dogg.
Well, that's good. There you go.
Yeah, so it's good. You can start off with somebody that likes you.
That's always a plus. Makes it easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's on your side.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. It's been fantastic. I mean, I remember the first time I'm old, I seen your records back in the early 70s, the Rat-Ons, and just like, oh my God, who is this guy? Fantastic record. So it's just.
But I've stuck with what I believed in. But if you notice, the things that I do to Swamp Dogg musically, I don't put that on other artists when I produce them.
Yep.
You don't, it wouldn't be fair.
No.
It just
wouldn't be fair. No.
No. So I don't do other artists like that. I experiment with Swamp Dogg
and
a lot.
Cool. Excellent.
Take chances. Yeah.
Well, thank you again for talking to me. I'll let you go.